your head. Everybody bob your head. Thank you so much. Congrats.
Give it up once more time for Sekou Andrews. My favorite part of being chancellor is the opportunity to meet each of you and hear your stories and your successes. Today we have the privilege of hearing from two of our students, and it is my honor to introduce both of them. First, you'll hear from Jayven Tipado. Jayven is receiving her Master's of Science degree in Nursing, Leadership, and Management, and Jayven came all the way from Augusta, Georgia. We also have Dawn Heltzer, who's receiving her Master of Science degree in Management and Leadership, and she's from our home state, Lacey, Washington. First, give it up to the lectern for Jayven.
Good morning, graduates. Welcome to a new chapter of your life. Your hard work has paid off. Give yourself a round of applause for greatness. I stand before you grateful for the opportunity to share my testimony, and I hope you leave here today inspired. In 2017, I was in the last semester of my LPN to RN Bridge program. According to my plans, 2017 was going to be my year. It was going to be the best year of my life. I was focused on completing RN school and wasn't thinking about continuing my education beyond that. But God had other plans. He chose a different path for me. In the summer of 2017, my 5 siblings and I lost our mother unexpectedly. These circumstances left us with a 12-year-old sister to care for. I already had a son of my own, and now we were responsible for my baby sister as well. Although we were all grown with careers, during this low point in our lives, we were kids again. Without our mother's guidance, my siblings and I had to find ourselves. My mother was our go-to person, my babysitter, our chef, our voice of reasoning, and most of all, our biggest fan. It was now time for us to lean on each other. As the eldest of 5, I had to step up, but I must say, I am prouder of my siblings than I am of myself. My siblings stepped in with my baby sister and son without hesitation. 3 young adults without kids put their lives on hold and became parents. Around fall of 2017, when the dust was settling, I flashed back to a conversation I had with my mother before the chaos began. I promised her early that year that I would return to school to complete my BSN before 2020. She promised to buy me one of those fancy stethoscopes, you know, the one that does your job for you. So now I guess my siblings owe me that $400 gift. So I decided to do it. For her, my kids, and myself. I committed to push hard and fast until I completed this goal. In December of 2017, I moved from Louisiana to Georgia to start a new career with my awesome son and my intelligent baby sister. The move brought us much closer to my siblings. Now we can be a team, just like Mom taught us to be. With my sister and son living with me, Uber became our best friend, and teamwork became my favorite word. We were a mini army. We made it look easy. The kids had to Uber themselves to football and cheer practice, and I would pick them up on my way home from work. There were many times I would get out the shower to realize food had been delivered. It was around this time that I realized the kids knew how to use my credit card a little too well. As spring of 2018 approached, it was time to add another challenge. It was time to go back to school. I realized that my opportunities were limited, and I had the ability to accomplish much more. Even more importantly, I had that promise to keep. So after starting my RN career in February of 2018, I began WGU that spring. Turns out this was a great decision. With the help of my mentor and course instructors, I was able to bridge from RN to MSN in 2 terms. This was paired with 48 to 60-hour work weeks and many sleepless nights. On my off days, I would spend 10 hours or more completing modules. My laptop was my constant companion. We went everywhere together, to kids' cheerleading practices, football games, maybe football practices, but not the games. But Needless to say, I was always working on a WGU task. I would wake up at 5:30 a.m. before work just to check task screen for those revisions. And I would complete them before my shift at 5:30 if needed. I made it through my days fueled by caffeine and pep talks from my middle sister, Megan. I can still hear her now. For as long as I knew you, you wanted to be a nurse. What are you crying for now? By the way, she's sitting in the audience tooting her own horn. It was support like this from family and friends that fed my fire. Today, less than 2 years later, I stand here as an MSN graduate, assistant nurse manager, and certified progressive care nurse. For this, I have to give a special thanks to my support team, my kids for being troopers, my siblings for pushing me when I thought I couldn't move, my uncle who was more like a brother, my god sister who's more like a sister, my partner and friend who understood I needed time to heal, but still offered his support, and most of all, my family for cheering me on. Everyone would not walk the same path. We all must choose our own. But as we leave here today, I challenge you to push your limits. Apply for that job you think you're not qualified for. Take that new certification. Pursue that new degree. Take whatever leap you need to take to get to your next level. Because remember, much like those 3 a.m. revisions, it's no such thing as fail. Fail is just the first attempt in learning. Thank you.